right, it is kneecap biting with smoke with the Detroit Lions. I am smoking Jeremy B. It is great to see y'all. Will Vogues is in the house saying hello, gentlemen. I know Chad Datima and James Burgess is watching as well. It is a 100% viewer driven content night. So if you got a question, ask because there's not a lot of news coming out. So let's hear it. What do you want to know? Sure. Well, you want to be on? I'll send you the link. Just give me a second. Brian Roy, good to see you. I see all my boys are popping in. You want the link too, DC? I got you. Oh, I'm not talking yet there, G Dub. I was sending out links. No sound. You can't hear anything? I wasn't talking yet. How's y'all everybody doing? I see I got Lions 1960, Patriots Media. Sorry about that. I was sending out links to get some guests. I already played the intro. It is a viewer driven Lions question night. You guys want to know something? Go ahead. I'm going to ask y'all a question. What three Lions are you thinking are most likely to be cut that were on the roster playing last year? James Burgess in the house. Sent Vogues the message. Maybe he'll be up. There he is.
Hey, one sec.
There we are.
Sorry. My guy, Jeremy.
Patriots Media asks, what position battle are you looking forward to the most? I'm going to have to say the nickel corner position, because right now it could be manned by about 3 or 4 players. Oh, and here he is. DC8091. What's up, buddy?
I'm here too. Sorry, had to adjust the camera. How are you, Jeremy?
I'm doing great. It's a fantastic evening.
Boring Friday night. What can
Yeah.
I say?
Is that the banquet? Coors Banquet right there? DC? Oh, we'll just
Oh,
pop.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, Coors Banquet.
Yeah, because I can't get fucking Stroh's in Baltimore. It sucks. You know how much I fucking love a thing of Stroh's? God damn.
Most likely because Jameer Jefferson, Badgley, and Harris. That's right. When you're bored, just talk football. Yeah, football is great. DC, what do you think about what's going on with the Lions so far this offseason?
Harris is getting cut.
Harris is getting cut. James Burgess says puppies. I tell you. Hey, James Burgess, say that comment you said about why the chicken crossed the road in here because it didn't
there's a
up on the live feed.
hellacious backdraft on this.
Lions 1960 agrees. Will Harris, Jameer Jefferson, and the Money Badger. I'll send you one there, Chad. Just a second. You didn't ask. I got you. Just text it to you, buddy. No, Derek Barnes isn't getting cut.
No, he ain't getting cut.
My dad coming out with, hey, James, did you hear about the new French perfume that's just came out? Chad, I texted you the link. James Burgess says, I used to sell Strohs for 100% markup in Portland, Oregon, back before Portland sucked. There it is. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because that side had a bunch of Bears fans drinking Bud Light, and she was trying to be polite.
Isn't Bud Light the official beer of the Bears?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
My dad says that the new French perfume is called Sweet Surrender. It comes in a black bottle with a yellow stripe down the back.
Oh, it's a Pittsburgh beer then. Great.
And I do agree with that. I do agree with the Will Harris, the Money Badger, or Michael Badgley, and Jameer Jefferson. I think those are the ones that'll be gone.
Dude, the day we cut Will Harris, you were going to go fucking ballistic.
I'm going to be so happy. Almost as happy as the day I saw we cut Michael Brockers.
I mean, you act like he's fucking John Kitna or something. Oh, what about John Kitna?
John Kitna would be an upgrade.
Fucking John Kitna was the worst quarterback we ever had.
No.
Between John Kitna and Garcia, the worst quarterbacks we ever had.
It was Dan Orlovsky. Get it right.
I'd take Orlovsky over Kitna any day of the week. Unless he's on my fantasy team, because all Kitna at one point was the highest fantasy league player that you could get.
There you are, Will.
But
I am so sorry about that, Jeremy.
Hey,
I
Dad,
don't know
I'm
what
going to
caused
Walmart in the morning. Jeremy.
My phone was acting goofy.
what the fuck's going to Walmart? Oh, Smoking Dad is. Sorry.
No,
Hello,
that's
Smoking Dad.
That's
You and your
the
son.
burner account, Junior. Hatter's House 710.
Oh,
Greetings
yeah.
from Los Angeles. Go Lions. Yes. Andre
Woohoo.
Ware was worse than all of them, but that's old school. This is true.
It's a toss-up. I mean, Andre Ware wasn't good, but he might have been better than Kitna.
Oh, Chad. What's your email, Chad? I'll send it that way.
How are you, DC?
Pretty good. How about you, man?
Working a lot. Working a lot at Lowe's. It's killing me, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm working a lot, but I'm working from home, so.
Nice. I wish I could work from home, but you know what? I actually got named one of the nicest employees for the month of June.
Wow, nice
And it was
job.
my first month.
Why didn't you get May?
I started in June.
Oh, fair enough.
I know. I was like, you kidding me? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, tomorrow's a long day, but then I'm off Sunday, and then I'm working Monday through Thursday, and I'm off Friday. So, yep.
Wait.
It feels weird being on this show. I'm normally on the Wednesday show, but you know what? Anytime talking sports with Jeremy and other people, I like.
Yeah, tonight's A, I'm in town that can actually do it, and B, the town is goddamn still dead.
Baltimore's
about-
dead?
Yeah, 4th of July weekends, everyone's on the weekend, any major holiday, everyone goes out of town. So every bar, there's no one in there.
Wow.
Everyone's out of town.
I had to work 4th of July. I had to work all day, but I got off at 8, and my friends are like, everyone's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go watch fireworks?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go home and relax. That's what I'm gonna do."
Well, little column A, little column B. I mean, it's 4th of July. I mean, I saw some fireworks. I just hung out in my bars because several of them were closed, but I hung out in my bars and I could see fireworks right here from my apartment.
I didn't even watch them. I just heard them.
Nice.
Well, you got to watch them. I mean, there's something American about watching fireworks on the 4th of July.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You just got to do it. I mean, kind of like it's the same thing as New Year's Eve. You got to stay awake for New Year's Eve. I mean, regardless of how old you are or what you're doing, you got to do something on New Year's Eve.
Dude, I tell people, they're like, "What time do you go to bed in the morning or at night?" I'm like, "I go to bed at 3 a.m. I don't care about you guys, but I'm going to bed at 2 or 3 a.m.
Shit, man, I go to bed whenever I fall asleep and or pass out. One of the two.
Oh no, DC! I took a nap the other day, and it was hilarious because
And welcome to the show, Chad Datima. How you doing, buddy?
Chad.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, how you doing, fellas?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. My name's actually pronounced Datama.
How the hell do you get Datama out of CHAD?
And
No,
Bottom
my
Line
last
Sports
name.
pops in, says, "What up, Jeremy? Enjoyed the show." Bottom Line Sports was who I interviewed on Let's Talk Sports Network. It was Flo from their show. He's a Cowboys fan. It was nice talking with him. We had some realistic talk.
Realistic Cowboys talk, don't they?
Yes. Stop it. Don't be mean.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can I be mean to the Packers fans though, and the Vikings fans, and the Bears fans?
Largest
I'll
fan
never-
in the world is probably the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll never speak ill of Randy White or Danny White. Randy White was one of the best linebackers ever.
Oh, Randy White.
He's
was
my boy.
Amazing. Or Bob Lilly.
I think guys looking over their shoulder, AJ Parker, who's played as a UDFA, I think he could be cut. I also think Chase Lucas, last year's 7th round pick, I don't think they'll cut him, but there's a chance he could be because we got deeper in the secondary than we have been in years.
But Chase Lucas is also a badass.
Yeah.
I think Chase Lucas could step up and make the knock.
And Flo replies, "Hey, I'm objective." It is a fan topic night. So if any of you have a topic you want to discuss in the chat or here as on the show, let's see it.
I think it's inevitable that we're cutting a tight end. Is it going to be Zylstra?
Zylstra's going to have a hell of enough time. He's going to have a hard time making
Beast.
his team.
The reason why is James Mitchell also plays fullback. So another guy.
Gabina.
It could be Kabinda.
Yep.
Because he doesn't stay on the field enough.
Jeremy, how's that local guy playing you were telling me about?
Trevor Nowaski?
Mm-hmm.
The guy out of Saginaw Valley State. I haven't heard anything other than good things so far. So I have the feeling he'll at least stay on the practice squad. I'm not sure he'll make the 53-man roster because of being the 4-2-5 defense. That means we only need about 6 linebackers total that are actual off-ball linebackers for depth and special teams. So that being said,
Pittman's going to be another one that's going to have a hell of a time making the team.
I thought Antonio Pittman already got cut. Or Anthony Pittman.
He already did. Anthony did.
Is Nate Sutfield a possibility to be cut? I mean,
oh God, I wish.
No, don't
Chad,
cut Nate. Nate is a
wrong.
quarterback coach who wears shoulder pads. Don't cut Nate.
Chad, have you ever heard Jeremy's nickname for him? It's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Suckfelt.
Suckfield?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've heard it. I follow Jeremy.
He's actually said it before on a show.
Nice. Attaboy.
No, but Nate is awesome where he's at. In Goff's ear and in Goff handing the playbook to Goff. I don't want to fuck up JG at all. And JG is awesome with Tuffield there. as his backup, as his reads, as handing him the play, handing him the shitty Microsoft. I mean, my God, how fucking sold out does the NFL need to be to go to Microsoft tablets? They
Yeah,
suck.
right.
The
I
only
mean,
reason we have Suckfeld
Well,
is
we
because
have
the
an
Bears
exclusive
told
right on
Wow when we
Anthony
tried to
Pittman.
send him to the practice squad.
We
yeah,
have an
and
exclusive right on Anthony Pittman, so he'll actually go to probably the practice squad if nothing else.
yep.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, our linebacker.
Yes,
core
you're
is gonna be
absolutely
so
right.
Nasty.
1960 topic. Why don't we retire number 85? That would be Chuck Hughes, the only player to die on the field. DC knows.
You should.
Yep.
I think it'd be only right.
Does Green, the wide receiver, make the 53? He should. The reason why I'm going to say he should, he's 6'2". He runs a 4.3 40, and he actually averaged 19.3 yards per catch for North Carolina.
He was their second best receiver.
And Jamison Williams is out for 6 games.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
mean our seventh round
It's
pick?
still not.
He's
They're
making
still discussing whether to reduce those suspensions, so that might trade.
I do like Green. I really do. I saw him play in person at the ACC championship last year.
Patriots
Someone's getting
media
blown
says
up.
the Lions should trade Nutfield for the QB from the Stallions in the USFL.
Oh my God, that'd be funny. That would be a funny trade. I wonder if it would go through.
They wouldn't. Sutfeld's better than him
How?
because he's on an NFL team.
He has a point.
Barely.
But yeah, I mean, Sutfield is JG's boy. Let him run with it. You aren't going to find anyone else who can help JG more than Sutfield. I mean,
I'll help. I volunteer.
And Green's highlights made me think of him as Minitron. I like it.
Ooh, that would be so cool.
Dangerous. If we sign a real backup QB, Nate could be cut. Nate's a good clipboard and film room guy, but not much use on Sunday.
Damn right. That's all we need.
Antoine Green is my 16th round sleeper in fantasy leagues now.
Good
Okay,
idea.
and Big Dan Davis, what are your early predictions for our starting D-line and linebacker core?
It's going to be Anzalone and Rodriguez.
D-line, I think it's going to be Hutchinson. Our starters will be from left to right. Hutchinson, either Bugs or Martin as the DT2, Aleem McNeil as the DT1, and Romeo Aquara should be starting because he's better at the run stopping than the other guys on first down, and that's where a lot of teams tend to run is on first down. So I think he'll be in on the first down plays.
You think Houston's going to be a specialty guy again, or do you think
he's still going to be used in a rotational manner because he's a liability in coverage and he's also a liability in run stopping. He tends to over pursue. He's very fast. He has a great bend and he has a great get off and he has a good first move, which burns a lot of right tackles in the league. But at that point, I like him better in the rotational role, playing when the down and distance calls for a passing play.
Damn right.
I agree.
I mean,
I think he'll get way more
awesome
than 78
what he
snaps
does.
this year. I think he's on the 53-man roster. If he's not, somebody bumped their damn head.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you think
He's on the
100?
roster. Easily.
And then the
100,
linebacker core, I think it's a toss-up between Campbell, Barnes, and Rodriguez, and the other starter is Anzalone, period.
Damn right.
Well, we know Anzalone's going to start.
I think Campbell starts.
Fuck yeah.
Like we said on the pre-draft, Jeremy, he's like the next Luke Kuechly. He could be like Luke Kuechly.
Bottom line sports, so his name isn't Suckfield?
It is
No, he should legally.
Fox has a
change
better
it.
arm than Suckfeld from Lions 1960. Aleem
did
Bugs
used to be a
inside,
quarterback.
Hutch in either Aquara or possibly Pascal, depending on camp's results. Absolutely.
Yeah, Pascal's
And then
someone
Lions
no one should sleep on.
Will our
So
nickel
is
and
Levi.
what will our nickel and dime packages be? Well, if Brian Branch is anywhere near as good as they said he was in college in the nickel and dime slot, playing a Viper safety role in those situations. I think he'll be the dime, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson will be the nickel in that situation.
Ooh.
And then depending on the rotation, who knows? It could be linebacker Jack and Alex Barnes on third rush and Malcolm Rodriguez on rotation.
But our
I
base
can
is a
see that
nickel.
too, but I think Barnes was taking a lot of the first team reps so far this offseason, from what I've heard from coach transcripts and from what the writers have been saying. So there's a good chance you're going to see Barnes and Alex starting, because Barnes really came on once the defense made the switch in the passing game coordinator towards the end of the season.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So,
And
Jeremy,
Patriots media also says I got a better arm than Sutfeld, and I'm just an arena football QB.
Is that what's his name?
Jordan? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's him.
thought so. Hi,
so
Jordan.
so you don't think we're going to use CJ GJ at safety much? We really don't actually need him there, do we?
We don't need him there because
He'll be
our coverage guy is Kirby Joseph. I think Gardner Johnson will be in there for the first down on running plays because he's a better tackler than Kirby Joseph.
Yep.
and Will's healthy.
And Tracy Walker's healthy.
I mean Tracy's healthy.
Yep.
Will can be healthy all he wants.
Yeah.
I mean-
So there's Brian
Walker.
Harris, safety.
I think Will Harris is either going to hit the practice squad because this is his last year of practice squad eligibility, or he'll be gone.
you can hit limit on practice squad. I didn't know that.
There, for veterans, there is.
Yep.
And Will Harris has been with a few teams, hasn't he?
No, he was a UDFA for the Lions in 2019.
Gotcha.
But you're also forgetting about Iffy. Iffy is what, 6'4",
And-
6'2"?
Yes.
He's a big motherfucker.
Hey, there it is. If Will makes the roster, he'll be the healthy scratch every week, just like Michael Brockers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malafano. We're forgetting about him. People aren't
Yeah,
talking.
Iffy.
Yeah.
Will Sutton be in the same in the Lions scheme like he was in Pittsburgh last year? I think he will. He's going to be he's going to be our CB1. I think he's fast enough. He's proven he can cover well enough, and he's way better than anything we had on the roster last year. He's a top 25 corner, which means he's a starting CB1 in this league.
Yep. I like Sutton a lot.
I don't know if he makes the roster. There's just something about him that he can't stay healthy.
Well, if he stays healthy, like Levi, those are our two biggest weapons. I mean, Iffy is what, 6'4"?
6'3".
I mean, 6'3". That's on a bitch can hit.
He probably
I
won't.
would not wanna-
If he goes anywhere, it'll be the practice squad, is what I see happening, just because of the depth at the safety position. Or he'll be on the roster, but he'll be more of a special teams playing.
Yeah,
But
it'll be
if we
that
send
and
him-
cornerback/safety. I mean,
If we send him to the
That's what they
practice
do.
squad, you don't think somebody's going to pick him up? I mean, doesn't he have to clear first?
No, not if they do it in the preseason on the cut day. There's no clearing waivers then.
Well,
But
Blau got
it's-
picked up.
yeah, because we sent him down after the
But-
season started.
you can only protect 4 players each week, and you can only protect them 4 weeks for the entire season in the protected spot.
Okay, we
On
sent
the
Blau
practice
down
squad.
before the season, and the Bears grabbed him.
We cut Blau, is why we waived him and they grabbed him.
Oh, we waived. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Same as we did with Tim Boyle.
No. Tim Boyle.
Yeah, I'll take Nate Sutfield over Ball and Boyle any day.
I'll take Uncle Rico over Nate Sutfeld.
I would take the actual Uncle Rico talked about. Is there any chance Adrian Martinez makes the roster over Nutveld?
Nope.
You know what he'll be? He's going to be the practice squad QB that nobody takes, because when you have 51 touchdowns and 59 turnovers in your college career, nobody wants you. That's why you're a UDFA.
No, Jeremy, you know
Maybe
what he's
the
going to
Bears-
do too?
The
Jeremy, you know
Bears
what
might
he's
want him.
Jeremy,
Good
you know
point.
what he's going to do? He's going to be the one who gives Sudfeld the clipboard with everything, and then Sudfeld, yeah, exactly. He'll be Sudfeld's assistant.
There it is.
Yeah,
I can't believe I'm
Martinez
saying
is
it,
a-
but I love our DB situation about damn time. Yes, I'm going to say it right now. This is the deepest DB room we've had since the 2014-15 Lions.
Mm.
I'd say even better than that.
It's better, but I'm just saying it's the
Yep.
deepest room since then.
Yeah.
Yep. And as long as they stay healthy, I mean, that's what's killed us is our secondary is always hurt.
And we've got guys that can play both safety, regular corner, slots, that can play all three positions.
I think Boyle needs to be lanced from Smoking Dad.
He needs to be.
Yeah,
Tim
oddly
Boyle
enough,
might be out Trey Lance.
just 2 years. Just 2 years removed from the consensus worth roster pre-2021, our practice squad is likely to be poached hard this year. Yes, you're absolutely right. And our practice squad was actually one of the most poached in 2021.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely be poached.
Patriots media, great question. Is Gibbs running back one or David Montgomery? Believe it or not, I'm going to say it's David Montgomery is going to be used predominantly as the running back, and they're going to be moving Gibbs around to wide receiver in the slot and on the outside because of his speed. Because
I agree.
I
Yeah.
agree
Oh, yeah.
100%.
If Gibbs gets 10 carries a game, I'd be surprised.
I think we're going to use him less than we did Swift.
I agree.
James Burgess says, I'd go back to the old James Hunter, Spider-Man Allen, and William White secondary to compare what Brad put together this year. Amen.
Willie White was a badass. Number 35.
Lions
Or
running
was
back
that Benny Blades?
Ibrahim. I know Ibrahim from Minnesota is very underrated as well. Yeah, I couldn't believe he made it to a UDFA. I had him going in the 3rd round in my stuff.
I love Mo Ibrahim. He's a bulldozer.
Gibbs is a Swiss Army knife. Yep. That's the type of players the Brad Holmes covets. And as much as I hate to say it, there was a UDFA that I said would be the first one to make the 53-man roster. And according to the NFL rules, because he was waived as a UDFA and wasn't picked up, he had to be claimed to the active roster. Katoan Thompson is the guy I predicted it would happen, and it happened.
Nice.
You're a psychic.
When did the cuts start happening?
No, I'm psychotic. I use psychotic abilities.
Cheers, James.
Amen, DC. William White was the shit.
No idea who that is. I'm sorry, folks.
Old school guy from the Lions past. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
William White and Benny Blades were the two nastiest safeties
remember
that
Benny
we had
Blades,
on
yes.
record.
I remember
And William
that.
White was the other one. They
And
were the
Big
two
Dan,
nastiest safety combos.
This could be like the 4th or 5th cut you'll see this preseason. I think Ibrahim makes the roster as RB3. Cancel your subscription to Netflix.
Yeah,
agree
I
with
like Ibrahim. He's a beast.
Kirk Reynolds is going to have a hell of a hard time making this team.
He's not going to make the roster.
Yeah. Netflix, cancel your subscription. He's at least going to the practice squad. On Lions depth chart, they have John Comiskey as the starting DE, which means they're going to be using that. John Comiskey might be starting opposite Hutch because when Comiskey was out, Hutch wasn't able to do crap.
Yep.
I forgot about that. So, yeah, I think that makes more sense. But
Kaminsky is
Now he can use his
entirely a
hands
most
too.
underrated
He doesn't
player.
have to
my
tackle with
dad
his hands.
says he is a psycho. I mean, psychic.
Wow, your dad thinks you're a.
Want to hear something funny? My nickname was called Psycho when I was in the Army.
Yours
Really?
too?
That's funny.
That was my nickname in high school football.
Well, yeah, because the very first day they said if you feel froggy, jump. And I remember my dad said when a drill sergeant says jump, you don't say anything, you just do it. Well, I didn't hear the "if you feel froggy" part. I was the only one in the whole battalion that jumped when the battalion drill sergeant said it.
That's funny. That is too funny. Whew.
All right.
You started to say
So-
something. Well, what is it?
Me? No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just tired from work, but I'm glad to be here.
I'm tired from work too. I rushed home from work, did my interview show, went outside, had a cigarette, come back for this.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
went
was-
outside and had one of these, Jeremy? Sorry.
Yeah, one of those. Frick. That's
Sorry.
right. We have no filter on this show. I have rated it TVMA with YouTube. So
Hey, this is a son of a bitch who got me smoking again, so I don't want to hear about it.
who, me?
I mean, yeah. If you're gonna sit there, oh, I'm smoking, I'm like, well, shit, I guess I have to do.
And James Burgess
Bullshit.
brings
I
up the
know
line that
bullshit,
it's from.
DC.
My name is Francis, but everyone calls me Psycho. Anyone calls me Francis, I'll kill you.
Cute.
You know what's driving
Nice.
me?
Well played, Francis. Well played.
You know what's driving me crazy? They won't fucking leave JMO alone. Who cares if he lit off a couple fireworks? It's just ridiculous. It's just why bring?
I
Is
want
it-
to talk about that because, you know, the media has been torching JMO ever since the suspension came out. But yet,
Yep.
all I have heard in coach transcripts, pressers, and also from people around him, including the coach between college and the pros that helped him get ready, and his personal trainer that's at the team, guess what? They all say he's a class act and he's doing everything he can. He's the first guy on the field before practice starts, and he's the last guy off. He waits for Amon-Ra St. Brown to catch his 200 passes, 100 with each hand off the jug machine, to go work the jug machine.
Dang. I love that.
Yep.
So you guys can say, oh, he's a diva. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. The media needs to back the hell off.
I
They're
agree.
just looking. They're just looking for the next guy to hate.
Patriots
Well, I mean,
media.
that's all they're
Jordan,
doing.
you're not the media torching someone. No way.
You know, he's a kid, and what do kids
What?
know? They're not like us. All they know social media. That's what they do. And
My
so
dad. I'm the only person I know has to carry shit in his wallet for identification. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Smoking dad, that's harsh. I mean, shit.
The fucking mainstream media.
No
Screw
point.
him. JMO is loved by teammates and fans, and fuck the 24/7 news cycle ass wipes.
Yeah, Jeremy. I was
Goddamn
on my-
right, James.
Yep.
Jeremy, I was on my break today and I was thinking about going. I don't know if I work that day. I'll find out in a few weeks. I bet I do. I may want to go to that Lions Panthers preseason game here.
Absolutely
And
do.
there it is. The best reply to what I said already. JMO has been putting in that work all off season. He's even done some workouts on his own. He made a mistake and he owned it, and the media is lame and just bored.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. JMO works hard.
My buddy Tim, one of my fellow admin of my page, the Motor City Kneecap Biters. If you are a Lions fan, go check it out on Facebook. Speaking of the
It's
media,
great
has
work.
the hype never ever been higher for our boys? Thoughts?
I agree. They've never been high.
This is the most I have heard the Lions being mentioned on the four-letter sport network, the NFL network, and everything else that I can remember. I know the Lions have joint practices with the Giants, and I'm trying to think who's the third team we play, because that's the other one. Is it the Steelers we play?
No, it's
For preseason?
isn't it Carolina that we're doing it with,
Oh.
or
No, I don't think that's
no,
preseason.
it's I know we're doing it with the Giants. We did it with the Colts last year. Isn't it Carolina? Because we don't
Yeah.
play them this year.
There's
No, you
two
play
joint
us.
practices.
I think you
Jesus.
play us.
In the preseason.
In the preseason.
Yep, it's a preseason team. It's one of they're all preseason teams that we have the joint practices with.
I think we play you third week in preseason. trying to think.
I'm gonna put Detroit
I
Lions.
think it's Carolina. I think.
Man, I haven't gone to Panthers spring in a while. I got Christian McCaffrey's autograph last time I went. That was fun.
But they do these joint practices the week of the preseason game. So we'll do the joint practice because we play the Giants in the preseason. And we'll do the joint. And then I believe in the third game, I think. If anybody knows, type
Joint
it in.
practice with the Giants and the Jaguars.
Oh, the Jaguars. Okay. No, it's Jaguars. Yeah. All
I had
right.
to look them up.
Good job.
Marvin Jones Jr. is gonna be like, "Fuck you, I'm on the better team now."
You're absolutely right, Patriots media. Those joint practices are more important than the preseason games.
Absolutely.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
the Jags and the Giants. The Giants ones are in July, I believe. Oh no, August 5th. August 8th is the first one with the Giants. Open to the public one is on the 9th. August
And you're
5th
going
is
to that
open to
one,
the
aren't
public
you?
at the training park facility. And they still have yet to announce when Fun Fest will be at Ford Field.
That will be fun.
It was
Literally-
fun.
Let's
I may fly in for that.
Let's go, Jeremy. Let's go to Fun Fest.
Oh, I
I'll come
plan
pick
on it.
you up.
I plan on it.
Do players sign autographs at Fun Fest?
Yes, they do. But you
That's
got to get
cool.
close enough to get to their attention.
I got Christian McCaffrey at
Yeah.
spring camp a few years ago in Wofford. And
Speaking
there's
of
a
which,
picture
next
of me-
Saturday, I'm going back up to the Bay City area to Cullin to the country house because Malcolm Rodriguez is doing a signing from 3 to 6.
What are you getting him to sign?
I'm going to have
Mini
his
helmet.
signature opposite Charles Harris on my helmet.
That'd be cool.
And that's another guy that could end up being cut because his contract has no dead cap whatsoever at $3.99 million. He might not make this roster.
Yeah.
Julian Aquara, who was drafted by Bob Quinn, he might not make this roster.
Yeah, I think Rodrigo is gonna make this
Romeo,
roster.
though, won't
I
he
didn't
make
say
it?
Rodrigo wouldn't
on
make
this
it.
team.
I said Julian
Right.
Aquara.
Oh, yeah, Julian's gonna have a hell of a time. Rodrigo will make the roster easily.
Oh, Romeo will
But-
make it. Won't
Well,
he?
Romeo will make it just because it's
I'm going to
Babbitt.
Fun Fest. Bring little Dan with me for photos with Rory and face painting. Yep.
How early do you go to the signings, Jeremy? Like before it starts and stuff?
I'm in favor of joint practices with Keith Richards. I heard he gets the good stuff.
Oh, that's not-
Fuck yeah. Gets better stuff than we do here in Baltimore. I mean, shit, I'm sober.
Shut up, sober.
Well, if you want the good stuff, all you got to do is go to the White House. I hear there's plenty there.
Jordan says, I'll
That too.
only go to Detroit if they change it to Dodge Field. Haha.
That'd be fun.
I just finished
Field,
smoking my
Jesus Christ.
painkiller. Great job, Dad.
Dodge Field, never. One of the most worthless cars that can only go
I
in a
think we
straight
could
line.
get a draft pick for Julian Aquara if he could stay healthy for a season. This is year 3 for him, correct?
This
About
will
right.
be, this will be, yes. We've had him 2 seasons.
Yeah, because his first season he spent it on the IR. Remember? With
Yep.
Petrasha and Quinn.
Yep.
So this
Yep.
is his 3rd season playing, but it's actually the last year of his contract. Because it's a 4-year contract if you're not a first rounder, right?
Think so.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a very movable commodity. I think we could end up getting a 4th or a 6th for him possibly, but we're gonna have to let them play a little bit to garner interest because he hasn't played much to garner interest.
Yeah.
Right.
And King
Yes.
Ashley confirms both the Cora brothers' contracts are up after this year.
Yeah.
Guess who could use them? The Bears.
Carolina.
No, they
We don't
got
need
better.
DC. We don't
Bears
need
should
it.
use that.
Bears actually had a decent offseason. They just had to overpay to get everybody because their team was crap.
The Bears still suck.
I love it, bro.
Dude, no, my friends like it. When he hears song funny plays it, and I'm like, dude, that is my favorite song.
I'm
Besides
kind of
the
confused
Lions theme song.
What?
because I've been watching Russell. I watch all Russell's day shows. I try to be to him, but most of the time I can't make him. But I watch him. He keeps saying we're gonna have 70 million in cap next year. I look it up. We're gonna have over 90 million in cap.
We're going to have closer to 90 million unless there's some rollover dead cap that carries. You know what I'm saying? But what's funny is the cap room's not announced what it's going to go up again next year. So it may be more.
And with these quarterback contracts, the way it's going, like you and I talked the other night, they have to at least jump at 20-25 million. They have to.
They have to. Easily. I agree.
Top 5 in cap. Yes, you're right. Like I said, a 4 through 6 would probably be what we'd get for Julian Aquara right now because he hasn't stayed healthy. It'll be leaning more towards a 5th or 6th for him, but a 4th would be the best offer we'd get, in my opinion.
Who do you trust the most with a 5th round pick in the whole league?
Brad Holmes.
Exactly.
Yeah, easily. But if
And
we
he'll
would,
turn that into
if he was
a
on the trading
knowing
block,
Brad
we would have
Holmes.
moved him already.
God damn it. Keep hitting the wrong thing. Hate this. There. Trying to bring it down.
You know what's crazy is even if we win the Super Bowl this year, we are on Hard Knocks in 2024, no matter what. They want Dan Campbell and the gang. They want them so bad because of the ratings it brought in.
Oh yeah.
Is there even going to be a Hard Knocks this year?
Yeah, it's the
I
Jets.
heard everyone's been turning them down.
It's the
It's
Jets.
the Jets.
They
forced the
can't
Jets to
turn them
take
down.
it.
They can't turn them down. If the NFL says you have to do it, you have to do it.
Really?
I know we.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know we turned them down. They wanted to do us again.
Yeah, but we accepted that when we accepted that we'll do it in 2024.
So
Okay,
you
James.
can't deny it? You can't say no? Wow.
You can't.
Okay, wait. When they first go around and ask, you can say no. But when the NFL designates a team, you cannot tell the NFL no
Exactly.
because that's
Wow.
their contract. They're not going to lose their contract because all the teams they wanted said no. So the Jets are the preseason Hard Knocks this year.
Hmm.
I wonder how
Who
many
was it
times
last
Karen
year?
Rodgers is going to say something diva-ish.
Oh, he will. He'll be like, I'm going to go back to my retreat.
Go hunt for
I'm going to
shrooms.
go have some Asaga or whatever the fuck that
Yeah.
hippie shit is he takes.
I'm going to go
Here's the
back
real-
into my dark room. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a comment from James. Here's the real heater question to one and all. Hooker looks to be all that, and Goff comes out an excellent season with more TDs than last year. You are Brad. Fielding calls. Do you trade?
I
Fuck
trade.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
trade.
next year he's on an expiring contract.
Yep.
And I have said this on the day we drafted him when we drafted Hooker, because he gets I said he's going to get between $975 and $1.9 million. He hit $1.05 million per year for his 4-year contract. He is a bargaining chip. What that is that they're going to go to Goff at the end of the season. They're going to wait after the season to even talk contracts. You've heard you said that they've been talking it. I haven't heard anything since. Have you? Anybody else?
No, they've been
Nope.
talking it, but obviously they're not even close, or we
Right.
would know more.
So I think what's going to happen is after the year, Goff, you've been great, but your OC just became a head coach somewhere. We have a
Hey,
rookie that's making $1 million per year.
What do you get for him? That's the question.
What you get?
If he has a great year, one of
You
those
get
bottom
two-
feeder
two-
teams is going to be
two first.
offering multiple picks.
2 first
I
rounds
agree.
easy.
At least I'm going to say
Golf
the same.
goes where Ben goes.
I'm going to say the exact same thing I said when we traded Stafford away. A first and a third.
Yeah, I agree.
You got two
And then if there's
firsts.
anything, no, Chad, there's a reason why I don't count the second first. Because if it's a rebuilding team, you're not guaranteed to get that second first. Now, the Rams were just the opposite. They wanted to dump Goff. We got that third rounder because of Goff. We got the 2 first because of Stafford. We got the third
Oh, I see what you're saying. They threw in another first to take off. I got you.
contract.
Okay.
And that's why immediately, what was the first thing we did? Restructured them. What did we do last year? Restructured them again.
Fuck that. I'd say trade Hooker for a third and Jake Moody to
No
San
way.
Francisco.
I would.
Get our third
I
pick
like
back and get
Hooker.
Jake
You
Moody.
are higher than a kite, DC.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
not
that
a
when
cigarette
I'm
you're
sober.
smoking.
Fuck Hendon Hooker. I want
That's
Jake
not a
Moody.
cigarette
I
you're
said,
smoking.
nope, that's just a camel.
All right. Hard Knocks just be given to the Lions. We are cooler than anyone else.
It's a
Patriots,
rating
there goes
thing.
the Jets' chances of making the playoffs. The Hard Knocks curse. The Jets will ground the Hard Knocks ratings this year.
The Packer fans will be watching.
Oh yeah.
I hate to say it, but the Bears is one of my 2 NFC teams to overachieve this year. Fields will win them SAB's 3 or 4 games that they don't deserve to win if he stays healthy. Rams also coaching. That's not a bad thing.
Oh, so the Bears are going to win 4 games. That's
No,
about
I got
right.
the
No,
Rams
they
winning
should.
6 or 7.
Hey, they won 3
I mean, the
last year
Bears.
at Fields. That means they can win 7.
I got them winning 7. I got the Vikings in the cellar. And the Viking fans hate it, but they shit
A
the bed.
Goff in another good year will get a package like a first and a third and a long-term second. QB hungry teams can be browbeaten. Yep. That's basically where I was going with that. But you're right. I do see them winning 3 to 4 games more than they did last year. I don't see them making a jump into double digits. I just don't.
I don't either.
I'm telling you, I am telling you
last year, was it? They won 3?
3. Yeah.
So I put them in that 5 to 9 range. 7 is the sweet spot in the middle.
If Ben Johnson leaves this year, I am telling you,
Goff is gone.
Goff is going with him.
Right. Because they have built quite a rapport as an OC and a quarterback.
Yep.
And you want to know when I knew the Lions might draft an athletic or mobile quarterback, as they say? Who did we sign as the quarterback's assistant coach mid-season last year?
JT Randall L.
JT Barrett, Ohio State, running quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If we make that round, we're done. If we jump on this mobile quarterback bandwagon, we're done.
No.
Mobile quarterback bandwagon is just that.
There's a difference between athletic and mobile. I'm just saying.
Athletic and mobile. No. Quarterbacks are game managers and pocket passers. That's what they are. That's what they can be.
Steve Young wasn't a good athletic quarterback.
He was.
He was. And he also, what did he do? He basically cried until he got a blowout without a salary cap for the Super Bowl. I mean, mobile quarterbacks are just waiting to get hurt.
I'm not saying
they are.
There's a difference between athletic and mobile.
Athletic and mobile. Yep.
Athletic are still game manager quarterbacks that can move.
We're not going to use him like Justin Fields.
So
okay?
Tom Brady.
That's not what I was saying, and we're not going to use him like Lamar Jackson.
I was talking to DC. We're not going to use him like Justin Fields. He's going to have a pocket presence. That's what they're going to have him do. But if it all collapses, we're going to allow him the ability to take off.
Yeah, I'm also sitting here in downtown Baltimore, and I do not believe in athletic mobile quarterbacks because they don't do shit.
There's a big difference. Okay, the athletic quarterback is a quarterback first, mobile second. The mobile quarterback is a running back that can throw a football.
Yep.
Like Lamar Jackson. I mean, he's basically a running back playing quarterback.
Right. So has been Justin Fields, because you watch his tape last year. What is he? A one read and run quarterback. He does not read past his second read at most. As soon as he gets to that second read, his head is looking down already, and he's tucking the ball.
The minute he hears footsteps.
He didn't have to hear his footsteps. Here's the crazy thing. He did that, and the Bears had a historically bad O-line that gave up 55 sacks last year.
Yeah.
But
with a running quarterback.
Guess where 35 of those sacks came from?
Him running.
Justin Fields being a dumbass
Outside the tackle box when he tried to run outside. What that O-line was good at was giving him 2.7 seconds. It was 9th best in the league at holding a pocket. So they were great at pass blocking. What made them suck was their run blocking.
Yep.
DC, Goff is basically Bernie Kosar. Okay.
Goff is actually a less mobile version of Alex Smith just before he got injured.
Ooh, I like that.
He's a game manager QB. He's not going to do anything to win you games, but he's not going to lose you games.
Mm-hmm.
No, Goff is a Trent Dilfer with a better arm and a better brain.
I just compared him to that.
What, Trent Dilfer? Better arm and better brain?
Alex Smith was a better quarterback than Trent Dilfer. Did the same thing. Game manager. He just didn't have the years he was good, he either didn't have a running back or he didn't have a defense.
Yep.
And that's really all you need to do as a quarterback is make a quick read, throw the open receiver, and hand the ball off and manage the game. That's all you need to do.
Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings. Vegas odds for one NFL team to have 3 consecutive Hall of Fame QBs. Slim to none. And James Burris says running back first QBs are a fad that will die soon. Mobility is not a negative if they understand pocket passing first.
Damn right, James.
And James replies to 1960. Oh my effing God, 1960. If Love is Hall of Fame, I don't think he's even above average so far, but I will commit to hockey full time.
That's funny.
That is
right.
Hooker is in love with Fields' cousin.
Oh God, that's funny.
That is funny.
Well, it's better. Well, it's not as cool as
and Goff is a fan.
Jets backup quarterback.
Yes, he is, James.
Who's a Jets quarterback that was tagging the MILFs?
Oh yeah, Zach Wilson. Throwing bombs and taking bombs. Best tag.
Yep.
I love that kid just because of the tagline.
Rumor has it that the MILFs like Goff an awful lot.
MILFs don't have to like Goff because he's got a fiance who's hot enough to be in the swimsuit, Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue last year.
Yeah.
He turned down McVay for her. Good job. I mean, McVay's girlfriend, nothing. That chick.
McVay is white.
Well,
no, they're not married yet.
No, they're not.
Still engaged.
They're fiancés. They're engaged.
At the time, what happened between Goff and McVay was she was on Instagram sending Goff nudies and lingerie pics. And there was a team chat, and one of the guys said something about McVay's girlfriend. And Goff made the comment in the team chat that he'd piped that.
He did.
Damn.
He did.
So that is when the love affair between Sean McVay and Jared Goff was over.
And a lot of people don't realize that. That's what really happened. It was
That is why one Friday they just re-sign him, and you hear, "Oh, Goff is our quarterback. He's our guy." And 5 days later, on a Tuesday morning, hey, pack your bags. You're headed to Detroit.
Yep.
Here's something. Here's something I don't understand, man. The Lions are getting a lot of hate with their running backs. Jahmyr Gibbs isn't proven. Oh well, we know he's fast, and we know he's not really going to be a
No,
running
he's
back.
not proven. And I never said he was proven.
Yeah, but all the hate on Montgomery and that.
Yeah, and here's I'm
Williams
going to
is
tell
better.
Lions
It's
fans,
like-
and I'm going to use statistics to back it up. I'm going to say the same thing I said in that NFC North show we were on.
Yep.
That O-line that Montgomery has been running with has not ranked better than 20th in those 4 years, and that was his best year when he had 1,200 yards. So if he averaged last year, they were the 32nd O-line in running in the league with negative 0.7 yards before contact. That means you're getting hit almost a full yard before you reach the O-line. And he managed to lead the league in broken tackles and still average 4.3 yards per carry, which coincidentally, the second best running O-line in the league was the Detroit Lions with 4.3 yards of separation before a running back gets contact. How can you expect Montgomery to fail here?
Injury's the only way.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
I mean, Montgomery ain't going to be here in 3 years, but until then, we're going to we're going to ride him and wear him out.
Yeah, he's
He won't be here 3 years from now.
And
Yeah,
here's
he's
something
going
else.
to be.
One thing Goff doesn't and never will get credit for is he will audible to the run when it is right. He won't audible out of the run unless it's necessary. Many QBs are guilty of not doing this, and he's absolutely right.
Goddamn right,
That's a
James.
good take,
As
James.
always.
Good take.
Running the
Goddamn
machine
right.
matters more than any other skill. And Montgomery is a brilliant fantasy football league pickup right now. All those TDs Jamal got, Monty is better. And I've
Monty
been saying
will get
that
him.
all along.
I don't see Monty getting 17. Okay, that was kind of a fluke.
No, I don't see him getting 17, but I see him getting right
12,
around 1,000
14.
yards and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah. Oh, how I see him
Like-
getting more than 1,000. I mean,
I
what
think he
he
can
almost
break
had
1,000, but I'm not going to predict that he does because of
No.
yards and distance and when we use them. If it's we're going to use them in first down, of course. We're going to use them in second and medium or third and short. But if it's second and long or third and long, Gibbs will be on the field more than Montgomery.
But Montgomery's also a pass catcher too, so
I didn't
way
say that.
better.
I'm saying because of speed, Gibbs will be on the field more than Monty in those situations. And not so much as a running back. That's my point.
I don't
Here-
think. Go ahead. Sorry, Jeremy.
Here's the other thing that I've heard. Jahmyr Gibbs this offseason has looked more polished than any of the rookie wide receivers we've tried out so far
Wow.
as a route runner.
What are teams gonna do when JMO, Gibbs, St. Brown, even MJJ? Don't
And
underestimate
Josh
old
Reynolds
MJJ.
and Khalif Raymond are all on the field at the same time.
What are teams gonna do? How are they gonna cover that? I mean,
Easy. They're going to shit themselves. That's all they can do.
You're going to
They're
see a
gonna
lot of
shit
teams try to
themselves.
go to a zero. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of teams try to go to a zero blitz scheme to do it.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to.
Yep.
Right. They're going to
It's
have
in the
to say,
house.
fuck the coverage. Let's get the quarterback. That's
Yeah,
what's going to
against
happen.
one of the better offensive lines in the league. Please do.
Right. I mean, Dom DeRubin and I
Please
last
do.
year when we looked at our O-line, and that was when we knew Vaitai was going to be out for the year, we talked about going in half on a panini maker that's battery operated to send it to Jared Goff so he could make sandwiches while he threw passes.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's funny.
And Vitai's totally healthy. I mean, this guy is a
And he's
legitimate.
mauling. He's mauling this year again. And he's
Yep.
been.
And we have Glasgow on top of that.
Yeah, and
No, wait.
Brian-
Our offensive line is stacked.
I'm not as impressed with bringing Glasgow back as
he's a
everybody
backup
thought.
center. just in case. He's a backup center.
But
He's
that's
a
also why we
rotating-
brought back Ifriti, or we picked up Ifriti and we brought back Obina Ize, and we got that Corby Salzdar, and we got Colby Gaynor, and there's another one that we got in UDFA. All these guys can do it.
And they're
Mhm.
talking really highly of Sorsdahl. They are. And we drafted him. No, he wasn't undrafted. We drafted him in
And Eric Dalton brings up a good pot. People keep whining about our run stopping, forget how many players were hurt and out last season. If you remember right,
Damn right.
the only game where somebody ran over us after the defense changed was the Carolina game, and that was due to field conditions and the wrong cleats because they only got 60 yards that second half.
And we had
Yep.
bad secondary tacklers. Now we have, they were
Right. That's the other thing. We got guys that'll be roaming center field looking to hit rather than which way do I go?
Mhm.
And,
we got sure
and we
tackles.
had Deshaun Elliott, and we're now have safeties who want to hit more than Deshaun Elliott. That's saying something.
Our whole secondary are sure tacklers. They don't miss. Cam Sutton doesn't miss. Emmanuel Mosley doesn't miss. CJ doesn't miss. These new guys, they don't miss their tackles.
Here's an interesting stat for Brian Branch out of Alabama. Guess what his missed tackle rate was for his starter?
3%.
Next was 0.
1.7%.
All right.
Yep, between 3 and next to 0. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry I'm
missed
wrong.
mine.
You said guess.
Yeah, I know. 1.7%.
Yeah.
In Hatter's
That's-
house, great take here.
Good. They can
If
get
the
10
defense
yards.
as a whole finishes around 18th or better, watch out. Yeah, because think about this. We finished as the 28th defense overall. That's yardage, scoring against, and everything combined. Guess who was 26th last year?
Green
Over
Bay.
Kansas City.
Green Bay.
Kansas City was better than that. What was
Kansas City D is only really good.
Well, here's the thing. And this is why I said the Lions have a good chance of beating Kansas City. The first 7 games of the year, they're a young defense and they're molding. They got rid of almost all their vets other than Chris Jones, Guy, and the middle linebacker. That's pretty much all they have that have more than 2 years starting experience, correct?
Yep, that's about right.
When you are a young defense, as we've seen the last 2 years, what do you do the first 7 games?
Learn.
And you struggle.
Yep.
Yep.
You
Oh, we're gonna beat
struggle.
the shit out of Kansas City.
I'm
I ain't
scared
gonna
of
say we're
Seattle.
gonna beat the shit out of them. I have us winning by 4, 27-23 or 24-20. It's gonna be something like that.
I mean, I'm really scared of Seattle. What do you guys think?
I'm
Yeah, it was tough.
not as scared of Seattle as everybody thinks.
Are we gonna? The thing is, real quick, Jeremy said it on our NFC West preview. Are we gonna, which Geno Smith are we gonna see? Are we gonna see Geno Smith or Eugene Cyril Smith?
Because last year he was Eugene Cyril Smith. He deserved to be called by his full name. But
Yep.
does he regress back to what he was with both New York teams as Geno Smith, the turnover machine? That's a very good question. Can he do it consistently 2 years in a row?
But Seattle's improved so much. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
just the quarterback.
They had a good draft. Yeah.
We've
Wait.
improved more than
Zach
Seattle has, though.
Charbonnet is just another carbon copy of Rashard Penny and Kenneth Walker. That's all he is.
I'll take Kenneth Walker.
Oh, yeah.
We stopped Seattle twice. That's a 14-point win for us.
We
Think
only had to
about it.
stop him once to win.
No, we did stop him once.
Mhm.
In a craziest time clock thing I ever seen called cost us a touchdown last year versus
Yep.
Seattle. We
Yep.
stopped them. We made the stop. I was like, all right, it's 3rd down. They're going to have to punt it to us because we stopped them at midfield. And Rashad Penny gets to run it in for a touchdown.
Biggest joke ever.
Yeah.
One thing
We
we all
had
know
that
for
game.
sure,
We had that.
this
Seattle game.
Lions defense is not the same defense as last year.
Not at all.
It is,
No, they're a lot better.
I mean, just look. You had national media prior. Yeah, and the Seattle game is in Detroit again. Absolutely. That's the other thing. What two teams have the most least amount of days and most amount of miles traveled in the NFL this year?
the Lions.
We got it again.
Oh,
Is it Jacksonville?
nope. Oh yeah, Jacksonville and Seattle.
That's right. New York. How does Seattle have the least amount of miles? 'Cause
No.
one's even
Most.
close to Seattle.
Most traveled miles.
Oh, most.
You said
Oh,
least.
okay.
Least
Jeremy, you
amount
said-
of rest
you said least.
days. Least amount of rest
okay.
days.
Okay.
This year, the Lions have the 7th least amount of miles traveled and the 7th most amount of rest days.
Oh, we got lucky with that Thursday opener too.
Right.
That gives us. Yep.
Yeah, because basically we get 10 days off to prepare for it during the cut week and everything else. And then we get 10 days off before we face Seattle.
And a week 9 bye. That's beautiful. I mean, you can't ask for nothing better than that.
Yep.
And
Damn right.
Eric Sean says, I think Campbell and Laporta are going to be big surprises. Branch and Gibbs are going to shock the league.
You know what? And Jeremy and I have said this. Laporta can high point the ball. He is a very good tight end, and I
He's
like
not going to
Campbell,
be a
like
tight
him.
end though.
I'm sorry.
Let's see if it finally brings
They're
up.
not. He's not going to. He might line up in the tight end position. Laporta is not going to play tight end. He's going to run receiver routes from that.
No, I agree. And you know what? Campbell, they've said he's like a Luke Kuechly-esque, and I can see it.
I think he's the biggest linebacker we've had since Chris Spielman.
That's awesome.
Isn't he bigger than Chris Spielman?
No.
Right about the same.
No
They're
one's
right-
better
they're
than
What
real
is-
close.
I see 6'3", 6'4", so he's right there. He's like, I see 244 to 250, and I see he runs a 4.5, 440. For that size, a 4.5, 440 is just, I mean, come on, that's just incredible for that size.
That's Ray Lewis.
He ran a
territory.
4.5 at his pro day. At the combine, he ran a 4.6, which is average for a linebacker. It's good, not great speed. So that means he varies by a tenth of a second. Was it NFL Scots that did the timing at the pro day like it was during the COVID years? Probably not. So there might be some other stuff there. And Lions 1960, yes. I can't wait to see Gibbs take it to the house in Arrowhead.
Oh, Arrowhead's
That-
going to be rocking.
That whole stadium, who is actually louder than the Seattle stadium. The only thing that makes the Seattle stadium louder is the way it's built.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like an amphitheater.
Right. It's built to echo the sound back down to the field.
I don't care. No team that comes to Ford Field is going to be able to. No defense or offense for the other team is going to be able to hear anything in Ford Field this year.
And
Nothing.
Seattle's just a bunch
Well,
of
put
fucking
this way.
hippies anyway.
When my brother came home from the Navy a while back, he bought, because my birthday was that month coming up, he bought me a ticket to go see Michigan, which has 108,000 fans. And then the next day we came to watch Detroit, the Lions at Ford Field.
Back to
108,000
back.
fans.
That's awesome.
108,000 fans was not as loud as 65,000 fans in Ford Field.
Oh, yeah, it's a dome.
Why? The dome.
Yep.
And the design to be more amphitheater, like to increase the sound. It's like a 12th man. It's a 12th man on the field. You know, they designed that field to be loud and
Right.
and
A dome was designed to be loud. It was so you don't have to have as many tickets to sell out, but yet get the same effect as an 80,000 open air stadium for sound.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
oh, Eric's got the exact number.
Yep. Michigan, 107,710 seats, but managed to get 125,000 after standing room tickets and everything else. Yes.
Yeah.
He also says Laporta is way better than TJ.
No,
I saw in a
let's not go
chat.
there.
I saw in a chat where somebody said TJ Hawkinson will be a top 3 receiving tight end. I said receiving tight end, yes, but as a tight end overall, no. And the reason why is he was highly touted. He was said he would be an extra tackle in the run game coming out of college. You remember all this?
Yeah, I do.
And that is why Bob Quinn went all in and took him at 10 that year. Well, we
When he
learned
got
real
Lam-
quick that that was an absolute lie.
When he got lambasted, that changed his whole. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
totally.
He goes down at first contact. He rarely breaks a tackle. We've seen him do it once before he was traded. And I was like, oh, look at that. He broke a tackle. Congratulations. Great job, TJ. Remember that, DC? Because it was during one of my live streams, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were watching at that time. I'm like, holy shit, TJ broke our tackle. Good for
Man,
him.
I gave him a big
Where
applause.
the fuck has that been all year?
I remember when he got end over end, and ever since then he wasn't the same when he caught the ball. He became gun shy.
Yep.
He came-
Matthew Wickner comes in, extra tackle, too funny. If TJ would make an honest effort to block, he'd be special.
He would.
Yes.
I will
One
take
time the
TJ.
block was in.
Listen,
One time
the
the
only
block
reason
was in against Hutch.
Great.
The only
Great
reason
take
we
there,
got rid of TJ is because his contract was coming up, and he's going to command like 12 to 15 million a year, and we weren't going to give it to him. That is the only reason we traded him.
The only stadium larger than the big house is Wembley Stadium in the UK. That's an absolute
Wembley's
fact.
huge.
That's true. Soccer stadium.
Yep.
But at the same time, what sporting event gets over 1 million people to attend it every year?
Oh, jeez.
Some soccer game.
God.
Or the Super Bowl, because that's
No. Oh,
should be women's curling.
no.
It should be, but it's not.
Is awesome. Women's curling is the greatest sport ever. I mean, chicks with brooms.
I
How
like
could you
women's
go wrong?
volleyball. What is it, Jeremy? You got me.
The Daytona 500,
Yep.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. You're right.
the granddaddy of them all. That one does it every year. Indy 500 is a close second with 850,000 if you count what's in the infield and also surrounding the racetrack itself.
Yep.
Good call, Jeremy.
The top 4 most paid attendance is racing events for the top 4. It's Daytona,
Yep.
Indy, Talladega, and Charlotte.
Yeah,
about
no,
racing?
it's funny. I live in Charlotte. I've never been to the raceway. I need to, but I haven't.
And then
Darlington's a fun place to
Then
What
watch
about
a
the
race.
Kentucky Derby?
the Kentucky Derby does not draw as much as you think.
No,
Just
the
television.
tickets are asinine.
It draws it on
No.
television then, huh?
It's more of a television and a sports book draw.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm live right down the street from Preakness.
But
I've
then
never
the
been.
next one is anything that has to do with the Premier League and FIFA combined. They are next in line after those top 4 racing events. At number 7 is where you see Michigan Speedway, and now it won't be there anymore because they only do 1 race per year.
Wait, they're moving Wait, they shut down Brooklyn, or there's only one?
No, they
race
cut
in
it down to
Brooklyn?
one race per year. Yep, MIS 500 only gets around 200,000, but it counted as almost 500,000 when you add the infield, and because all of those are paid tickets, Eric. That's what I'm getting at. The infield, it's 200,000 in the stands, but there's another 50,000 on the infield with all the RVs and the people sitting on top of their RVs and all that crap.
Yep.
So they were getting 500,000 a year. MIS counted as 500,000 a year. Now it's only going to be 200 to 250.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they got rid of the Father's Day race. It's just the one later in the year during the race for the Cup.
Oh, they managed to fuck up NASCAR anyway.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
some
they
good.
will eventually. I mean, that being said, Laporta is getting all the hype. I still think James Mitchell is going to surprise this year. I think James Mitchell is going to break
Yeah,
out
right.
as a fullback / halfback. I think he's going to actually end up being the RB4 fullback 1 on the roster. I think Kabinda is the one that's on his way out.
So you
Yep.
think
Commander
we'll
can't
see?
stay healthy.
You think we'll
Which
see
means
Mitchell lined up with um
Monte or Gibbs,
Monte? Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
because he also can receive out of the backfield. He's played halfback, fullback, and tight end.
And
I think he's a
quarterback.
good blocker.
Now, the guy that we kept out of UDFA this year, Katoan Thompson, quarterback, halfback, fullback, wide receiver, tight end, 6'5" and 225 pounds.
Didn't we cut him?
We waived him. Nobody picked him up, so he's back on the roster. He was the first one to the active roster.
No shit. That's awesome. We got him back.
Yeah, I told you.
Holy shit. We got a Kevin a Hokie. Fuck yeah.
Okay, guys, real question to all. Lions player of the year, both sides of the ball.
What's that mean? What's
Defensive,
that mean? Both sides of the ball. Is it 2 players or 1?
defensive, and
One.
offensive. One for each. Go ahead, DC. Who do you think?
I'll say Goff and Hutch.
Okay. Chad?
I follow DC.
Will?
St. Brown and Hutch. I think St. Brown's going to be like, hey, guess what? I'm better than Tyreek Hill. I'm better than Stephon Diggs. I have confidence in St. Brown.
You want to know the crazy thing? If you add in the last 2 years each time, Amon-Ra has more receptions and 8 more yards than Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Easy.
He has more receptions and more yards than Cooper Kupp in 2
God, I
years.
hate fantasy football.
They're different receivers, though. Totally different.
No.
They're not.
No, they're not.
They're the same
They're the
receiver.
exact same thing. They are both 4-4, 4-5 guys. They are both route technicians. They both work the routes to get open. And they're
So
both
who
very
do you
sure-handed
got, Jeremy?
receivers.
Who you got, Jeremy?
Amon-Ra and Hutch.
Yeah.
I
All right.
agree.
So me and DC are the same, and you. So
And us
and you
two
two are
the
the
same.
same.
It
So
doesn't matter.
On the other
Guess
hand,
what? If Amon-Ra is the star, Goff did had a pretty damn good year.
damn
Yeah.
right. That's why I chose golf.
And I don't see this is I'm going to address. Somebody said that Goff should get over 5,000 yards this year.
No.
You don't want that. That means we're coming from behind a lot. Ooh,
Yep.
Lions 1960 went a different route. St. Brown at McNeil. I like it.
Oh,
That's a
Aline.
different way.
Nice.
Elite, yeah, I mean that's a possibility.
It is.
He
got
dropped
bigger.
13% body fat. He's in the best shape of his life, and he's
Surprise
hungry. He
stars
wants
this
that
year.
contract.
Surprise stars this year. David Montgomery is going to be a surprise star because everybody is dogging him. And
I agree. I second that.
defensively, CJ Gardner-Johnson.
I agree.
Well, that wouldn't be a surprise, though, Jeremy. Come on, CJ wouldn't be a surprise.
No, it will be a surprise when you got
How?
Hunt
He's the
and-
best. He's the best safety in the league. And he's
No, the
How
best
would it be-
safety in the league was Derwin James.
no interceptions.
I'm going Anzalone.
I don't think Jefferson
Dang,
makes
that's
the
a
roster,
lonely.
Dalton.
Surprise. I'm going
I-
James Houston.
Aim who?
Aleem. Aleem will remain a Lion. Dan loves him.
Damn right.
I think
No, I
I
think-
think Dan likes me better.
I think
than
this is the longest we've ever went in a while, and it's been a blast. I want to thank everybody in the chat: Eric Dalton, James Burgess, Lions 1960, Hatter's House, my dad, Smoking Dad, of course,
Yes.
Chad was in there. DC came in. Will came in. And now you guys are here.
I made
Yeah,
it.
fun.
Hey, one more question.
Sure.
Money Badger getting cut, isn't he?
Michael Badgley, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm going to bring up my take right now on that. The day that they announced that a fifth Lion was under investigation, 4 hours later, we traded for Riley Patterson. Is that a coincidence?
Probably
Nope.
not.
I think Michael Badgley is the guy that we're going to get in this next round of suspensions coming up.
When would they announce him? Do we know? Or
They've already started, but I think they're bouncing around, doing free agents in other teams first before they come back to the Lions, just because they brutalized us the first time with 4 out of the 5 suspensions being Lions. So they don't want to look like they're picking on us. And by the way, I have to update.
Well-
We are no longer at 263 subscribers like the last Friday show I did. We are at 271.
let's go.
Nice.
So share this on your Lions Facebook pages that you're a part of. Share this on if you've got a YouTube channel. Copy the link and share it there.
I will.
And let's continue this growing. And the Motor City Kneecap Biters page has blown up to over 300 followers now.
So,
What DC just say, Jeremy? I can't read it. It's too small.
DC, Chad, Will, of course. I throw in Jeremy, even though no one likes him too. We should set up a game this season. Just an idea.
okay, so I've got bad news. Can I address real quick, James? I live in North Carolina. If you want to pay for a plane ticket, I'll come. But I've told you, Jeremy, I'm a Panther fan, but because of Jeremy and Dom and DC and Chad, I'm an honorary Lions fan.
We'll take
That
you.
works.
Yep,
You
that's
did
fine.
good on the show. We'll take you.
Oh, I'm on Jeremy's Wednesday show every week. Of course, you'll take me.
And thank you to
Thanks,
Tim
Tim.
Levine and Eric
Appreciate it.
Dalton. And I'm going to say it, even though he hasn't been in the chat, Brendan Cook, for your help as moderators of my page. You guys do a great job helping me weed through the fakes and everything. Great job.
Douchebags.
Now I got to go ahead. Yeah, keeping the douchebags out too. We keep the douchebaggery to a minimum.
Exactly. Minimum.
That being said, I got to give a shout out to Gloss Negron of A1 Tire in Cucaulin. He is the window tinner there. He's my sponsor for this season. I got free window tinting for my car. It's normally around $200. I think it's a good trade-off.
Oh, yeah.
And once again, I will say what I always say. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. This has been Kneecap Biting with the Detroit Lions. Thanks to DC, Chad, and Will, and we